heading back in right now. I got a couple buddies with me this time. Buddy has an elk tag in here, so we're gonna share camp and just split off every day. And I'm gonna go hunt mule deer and they're gonna go hunt elk. So it's been about 2 weeks since I was up here with my brother when he unfortunately hurt himself, but that kind of sucks. But definitely excited to be back out here, man. Can't wait to cut these binoculars loose and start looking for mule deer. So got about 3.5 miles.
On a ton of cardio.
Yeah, I didn't do any last year, but this year, at least for like a month, I've been doing a good bit of cardio. But still got that extra 10.
Yeah.
That's
that COVID 10.
I did face quarantine with a home gym, which is an unfair advantage.
That's what I used too, but it didn't speak to me the same way.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Alright, we're getting close to camp. We just did most of the elevation we have to do. And we've got about another 700 feet to go up before we hit camp, but we've stumbled onto some pretty thick elk signs. So Eric's gonna get his bow out and we're just gonna meander through this bedding area just in case, you know, we jump something up. Just jumped up a buck over here. Sadly, it's not in the unit that I have a tag for once again, but that was pretty cool. Really nice to see animals.
Our plan was pretty simple. We'd use a trail system to take us to a certain point and then break away from that trail to make our way up to tree line in order to find a spot to camp. From there, we'd satellite out on our hunts for the day. I'd go above the clouds, while Eric and Ben stayed down in the trees with the elk. I'd have 2.5 days to hunt before having to head home.
Finally in camp. What we think is camp. We didn't go as far as we initially were thinking of going because we just kind of ran out of light, but we're pretty close to it, so just gonna make camp here, have dinner, and hopefully, man, there's been bulls bugling like all around us this evening, which is great for Eric. He's got an elk tag in here, super pumped. Only reason we didn't go after this bull this evening because the wind was just awful. It was going right towards him. So yeah, first thing in the morning, I'm gonna hike up to the top of this ridge and glass this basin and hopefully turn up some deer. But until then, I am super tired and ready to just freaking dive into this food.
The next morning, I was blown away by the stunning views from the top of the world that was my glassing spot. Sitting at almost 13,000 feet and being able to see places like this is such a blessing. Just like on my first trip though, bucks were absent the area, and elk were everywhere. Maybe it was the snowstorm that hit just before my arrival that pushed them down and killed off most of the food up high. Or maybe I was just flat out in the wrong spot. Whatever it was sinking in that this tag might be a bust. Nonetheless, I glassed, still hunted down in the timber, and even did some calling for bears. None of which panned out.
This is my 6th or 7th full day of looking for mule deer in this unit. It is definitely a grinder. I've got all today and tomorrow morning to hunt, and I still have not seen one buck in the unit that I have a tag for. Oh man, you go on a lot of these hunting trips and stuff, and you find success, whether it's finding animals or filling tags or whatever, and you build up a confidence. And something that happens on a regular basis though is, man, it's like you build up all that confidence and then you head out on one of these trips and you are soon humbled and put right back in your place. And you feel pretty inadequate for what you're doing. At least I do. Like, I love it. Like, I'm having a blast being out here with my buddies and stuff and glassing this amazing country. The elk are bugling all around me. I'm getting to see some. I've seen so many elk. It's ridiculous. There's another bull right there. I think that's one of the things I love about bow hunting though, is nothing is a cakewalk. Especially doing this like backcountry stuff. Through that though, you get these little breadcrumbs of positive reinforcement. And it like gives you hope as you're going through your trip, or really as you're going through bow hunting, like a life of bow hunting, really. Makes you feel super low, and then you feel like you're unstoppable, and then you feel super low again. That's all part of it, part of what you signed up for when you pick a bow up.
I really wish I had some epic adventure hunt to show you that ends with a velvet rack on my back. The truth is though, I don't. Sometimes hunts are rough and sometimes things just work out. This was one of those hunts that had roadblock after roadblock. From weather and injuries to lack of bucks. It was a flat out grind. Hunts like this build character though. They bring us back to zero and keep us in check. Bow hunting may be something that I'll never master, but it's also my favorite thing to do. It brings me to some of the most breathtaking places I've ever seen and tests my mental fortitude to no end. And when it does all come together, the juice is that much sweeter and completely worth the squeeze.